Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. We have a list of 17 properties today. So buyer class tomorrow night, last chance to register really is today. The link is just over there, and let's get started. Now, interesting comparison here. We've got a 2-bedroom, 2-washroom at 81 Millside, not far from downtown, great location, easy access to the highway. The building has also undergone a good amount of work. They've got a renovated kitchen here, and you're getting much more space. It's electric baseboard heat, but the thing is that it's all included with your fees. All of your cable TV, your heat, your hydro, it's all there. So it actually looks like a really nice place. If you're looking for more size, then this would definitely be an option, because the next one in the list is this one at Maple Avenue for pretty much the same price for a 1-bedroom plus a den with 1 washroom. I'm not going to comment despite I'm holding my tongue here on this photo and that photo too, because I don't think there's any excuses for all of the things here. Even the darkness of the photo makes it very difficult for you to see what's going on in here, and my silence will speak for itself on this one. Gosh. Anyway, $279. This is kind of what they're going for. This looks like a Hampton model to me, which is 893 square feet, but it's a little hard to tell because the pictures aren't exactly, easy to see. Very, very good deal on Ambroise Crescent. We just talked about a property, $20,000 more on McTrack. This one here is at $369. It's the small model. It's 1051 square feet. You've got a living dining plus a kitchen, then you have 2 bedrooms upstairs plus 1 full bathroom. And then you've got this nice little tract of green space, which is it just gives it a little bit more, where the homes aren't, 3 stories on either side. Bit of a better view there. This one is exceptional. I think that, I could easily see this one selling for more. Okay, next one we're going to talk about, we're going to skip down a few in the list. We've got Hayward Crescent. It's a back split. And here's the interesting part here is you've got 1 kitchen plus 2. You have 3 units in this house. Now, it's probably not a legal separation of spaces, but do people rent non-legal suites all the time? It's just the truth of it. For an investor, the important thing to recognize is that you have you can probably make more the more suites that are in the house. So if you had an upstairs for $1,200, a basement for $900, if you split that basement off and did 2 apartments, you're now looking at $550 and $550, which is more than the sum total of $900. So anytime you start to subdivide within a house, what you're finding is your rent income goes up. So whether or not you can get financing on something like this with 3 kitchens, that's a different story. So talk to your mortgage lender, and definitely run over the rules, which we've gone over many times in Daily Homes about basement apartments and second suites. Now this one on Bronte Street South is $529. I think it looks like an absolutely charming house. It's got a great 66 by 130 foot lot, which is a classic size for Old Milton. It is on a bit of a busier street, but that's the only hole I can punch in this one, because it's got the double garage for way less than you can buy anything in this condition with a double garage, even just 5 or 6 homes into this subdivision. Brand new kitchen, and that was really cool. I like that. Look, there you see it. There's a couch and there's a bed. Now, the only thing about that, you're not buying that. It's not part of the deal, but I just thought it was a neat little transformer function and a nicely landscaped yard. And the listing agent's actually a friend of mine. His name's Andrew, and he just had his baby boy yesterday. So congratulations to Andrew, and congratulations on a really cool listing. I like this one a lot. It's got a lot of character, and bonus points, it's about 3 doors down from the LCBO, if that's your thing. Now this one on Moorlands is really stepping on the shoulders of some good sales that have been happening in Old Milton. Side split, like on Hawthorne Crescent, there's been a couple that have both sold for more than asking. There's one on Sire that did pretty well. Now, Morelands is known as a very good street. Now, behind here, the only thing that maybe isn't as noticeable is this home is on the south side of Morelands, which backs onto Derry. So it looks like it's about a 50-50 split between the pool and the deck, and then you've got a bit of green, a bit of grass in the yard, which is always a good thing when you have a pool. It's not as desirable if the pool takes up the whole backyard and there's no grass. So looks like a good floor plan. We had another side split that did well on Gowland, which is just north of Laurier, really close to this home. So overall, I think they priced it pretty well. And they are a 4-bedroom. I think the one on Gowland was only 3. But it did back onto a ravine, which is a lot different than this, but it also sold for a lot more. Anyway, I think they priced it well. So Tough Gate. I'm not going to go on the inside pictures, but I will look at the description and say it's the famous Windermere plan. It's so famous that I don't even know the floor plan because it's brand new. English Manor exterior. So ready? Have a look at that, and then have a look at that. That's an English Manor. Big difference. Maybe there's some resemblance there. I don't know. It's got stone on the outside. So next up is Bell School Line 888, and it's really, really hard to get anything on Bell School Line for under $1 million. It's just north of Spring Ridge Farm on the east side of the road, and it's very, very close to town. So you could be on Main Street or on Steeles within a couple minutes. It's really close. You're on about an acre. The home itself is not as big as some of those $1 million ones. The lot's not as big. That's why we positioned it under $1 million. But it won't be long before something like this will be worth 7 figures, especially if someone comes in and does some work on it. So there's the sunroom right there. You've got this kind of sloping, rolling lot, which is right on the midpoint of the escarpment. The views of the town are absolutely incredible. Sunsets, it's almost a direct east facing view, and inside it's full of charm. There's all kinds of built-ins here. As soon as you walk in, I walked into this home and I said, hey, I have to list this. I was absolutely in love with it. Sunroom here, and you can see some of the views that you get just off of the sunroom. These are original kitchen cabinets, and a lot of the things in this home are actually very desirable. Like even though they're old, they've kind of come right around here. So you've got the tiles on the bathroom floor are just wonderful. You come in the front door and you've got this nice spiral staircase right here. I'll tell you, this home is amazing. I'm delighted and proud to offer it to the market, and there it is. Great price. If you want to go have a look at it, give me a call. Now, these guys on Tremaine are actually not far from the one on Bell School Line, and I suppose you could consider this the after if you ever wanted to renovate it. 3.29. The only thing about this price is that you can count on one hand in the last 5 or 10 years the number of homes in this area, but within a half hour of Milton, that have sold really over $2.5 million, but especially over $3 million. It seems to be a bit of a glass ceiling. There's the one that Dead Mouse bought for like $5 million. But anyway, lovely, lovely home. And it's very close to town. It's actually closer than Bell School Line, right on the edge. And outstanding. I don't know how big it is, which is one thing that's missing from the listing, but it's 10 acres, and 10 acres of land this close to town is worth easily 7 figures on its own. The only thing about where it is, so here's the home right here. There's a really long driveway, and there's a separate property right here. So when they talk about the fact that you can't see it from the road, absolutely true. That's Tremaine right there. Now you can see where they've started to reroute Tremaine. The plan is to have a new 401 exit. This part of Tremaine is going to be capped essentially. And here is the escarpment. So what that means is that you're going to get a bit of drive-by traffic here. Now with the proposed CN intermodal, which is kind of south of here and a little bit further east, there is talk that there may be increased traffic here. So that and even this home to here is not that far. So with the talk of having a truck per minute, that is something that you want to consider if you're thinking about getting into this home. I bet the views of the escarpment are going to be amazing here, but you just want to make sure you do your research about all of this. Now, you can see that all of this white area right here is Niagara Escarpment Commission, NEC. You can go to escarpment.org. And Bell School Line's also in here too. And what that means is that you have to go through them instead of the town planning department if you ever wanted to redevelop. Although on a home like Tremaine, I don't know why you would. So anyway, just some things to think about. And boy, looks like a really, really nice home. So that's the list. If you have any questions or if you want to see anything, especially the last two, I like those, or the English Manor, reach out, give us a call. We're here to help, and have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.